Time now, though, to see what's making news around the world.
Spain has declared 3 days of national mourning after being hit by catastrophic flash flooding. At least 95 people were killed when the floods, triggered by 2 days of torrential rain, surged through cities and towns across Valencia. People were forced to take refuge where they could, on rooftops, even in IKEA. Survivors say it was like a tsunami. Dozens of people are still missing. The Taliban continues to erode women's rights in Afghanistan, issuing a terrifying new edict that prevents them from hearing each other's voices. Already banned from speaking in public, they're now forbidden from praying loudly in front of other women. Human rights activists fear it means women are effectively banned from talking to one another. And Kamala Harris has distanced herself from Joe Biden's garbage comment about Trump supporters.
I strongly disagree with any criticism of people based on who they vote for.
Biden claims he didn't mean all Trump supporters, but Trump is making the most of the blunder, donning high-vis and boarding a new campaign vehicle to make a point.
How do you like my garbage truck? This truck is in honor of Kamala and Joe Biden.
And he doubled down at his latest campaign rally.
250 million Americans are not garbage.
And who better to unpack the political garbage truck fire that is the US election campaign than our man on the ground over there in Atlanta, Waleed. Waleed, this could not have come at a worse time for the Harris campaign, really. Just how much damage will this do?
As soon as I heard these comments, Georgie, I immediately thought of the Hillary Clinton deplorables comment from the 2016 campaign, where she referred to some of Trump's supporters, or a chunk of them, as a basket of deplorables. That changed the campaign. We know that now from people who worked on it. It may not be so costly this time, though, just because the campaign's very different. Trump has been around for a lot longer. His support is pretty much baked in. The question is, who would this deeply offend that might have been thinking of voting for Kamala Harris in the first place? But we do know that Trump is going to play this really hard. He's already turned up to a rally tonight in a garbage truck, and this echoes exactly what we saw in the 2016 situation, where Trump supporters started wearing deplorables t-shirts, all of these sorts of things, embracing it, keeping it alive as a way of campaigning.
It's probably fair to say that a lot of bad stuff's also been said about the Harris side from Trump himself. So is there a double standard in the way this is playing out?
There's no doubt that Trump can get away with saying outrageous things because he's said so many of them. So there is something about Trump's style that allows him to do this in a way that the Democrats don't, because they're trying to present themselves as normal politicians. And when a normal politician says something like that, then it becomes very serious. But there is one really important distinction to bear in mind, and that is that Trump does say a lot of horrible things about a lot of people. But what he hasn't done, at least as far as I can recall, I haven't found any examples where he's just said anyone who votes for Kamala Harris is this. Whereas the problem the Democrats do run into, like they did in 2016, and why they might here, is that it sounds like they're attacking anyone simply who wants to vote for Donald Trump. So while Trump can say whatever he likes about Kamala Harris, and frankly, Kamala Harris can say whatever she likes about Donald Trump, it's when you go for anyone on the basis of how they vote, that's where things start to get really, really dicey. And for all of the things that Trump has said, very rarely has actually done that.
Waleed, I think we need to dig a little deeper here. So do we know what type of garbage Biden was referring to specifically? Was it like the yellow lid, or was it the general waste? Because general waste is obviously very derogatory, but the yellow lid recycling, that could be a compliment.
Yeah. Look, it's an excellent question, Sam. Insightful by you. The political science degree obviously showing off. I guess what I would say about that is I'm not sure how popular recycling is in Trump land. And once you factor in that it may not be as popular there as it is, for example, in the inner city suburbs where you live, Sam, then maybe it's an insult any way you take it.
Indeed. Always good to chat to a like-minded political expert, Waleed. Good luck with it. You'll get there one day.
Thank you, Waleed. We'll check in with you again tomorrow.
Thanks, team.